Joining us on this one, the former chair of the California Republican Party, Jessica Malone Patterson, who's out there on the no crusade big time. Jess, welcome back, KMJ. Good to hear from you. Happy Friday.
Hey, thanks. Always great to be with you.
These ads that are 450, so help me God, I just see red. So disingenuous, so many lies, so wrong, but, there's nothing to prevent it. And there are going to be a lot of people out there who don't have the time to follow news, who don't get it. They're going to hear this stuff and they're going to go, oh, yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to vote yes on this damn thing. And that's what I think the governor is banking on. Stupid people.
Well, clearly in California, Democrats have ran only one play because that's all they have in their playbook, Ray. And it's because if they had to talk about the actual issues, they'd have to talk about their failures. It does not matter the issue, whether it's our children's education, the affordability crisis here in California, the homeless crisis, the price of gas, our public safety. California Democrats have failed us on every single issue. And that's why back in 2008 and 2010, Californians took it into their own hands and said, you know what? We no longer want politicians up in Sacramento drawing the lines and choosing their own constituencies and protecting incumbents and leaving with the voters with little repercussions if they want to get rid of who is representing them. And we put together the Citizens Redistricting Commission. And this put the power of drawing these district lines where the people get to choose who their representatives are, not representatives choosing who their constituencies are. And it's very clear that if California Democrats had to talk about the issues, they would lose on it. And that's why they run the same play over and over again here in California.
Well, what I don't understand is the obvious legality of the whole thing. Number one, this was, as you said, decided by the voters. On a couple of occasions, the way it was reinforced, keeping this, independent commission, free of political taint from the Democratic majority up in Sacramento. It's also in the California Constitution that, hey, you can't do anything about this until, every 10 years goes by and it jives with the national census. All of that is being totally ignored. And even though there are individuals out there trying to sue on that basis, Steve Hilton being one, others, to shut this thing down, it just drags along in court. They're waiting on, time to make sure that we vote before this thing is even heard. I'm hopeful that if it indeed passes, it won't be found legal. It'll be struck down by the Supremes or something. It has to be because, the way that it's written, it's illegal. But you know that.
There have been quite a few legal cases that have gone through the courts pretty quickly. And right now, what our focus needs to be is defeating this at the ballot box. We defeat it at the ballot box, and we don't have to worry about the courts weighing in on this. And that's why it's so important. Ballots are already in hand. We are talking to all of our Republican voters who are on board, 95%. We've got Republicans out there. They're in favor of this. They're aware of it. They're turning in their ballots. We also need to talk to the individuals around our state, no party preference. They're Democrats who know that the state is on the wrong track. And they just need that permission. They need the reasons why they can vote no on this. And we're going to continue to do that. Ray, you and I have talked over the last 6 years about where California voters are on the issues. And it's quite different from this crazy blue, radical, regressive state that liberals in the media try to paint. When we look at the statewide ballot initiatives from 2024 alone, California voters were the California Republican Party's position 89% of the time. This is really good news for us. California voters know what Sacramento Democrats have done to our state. And whether it was no cash bail, or trying to bring back affirmative action, or unionizing our dialysis centers, or rent control 50 million times, California voters, or with Proposition 36, repealing all of those soft on crime policies. California voters have known Sacramento is not doing us any favors. We cannot trust those politicians in Sacramento, and they're going to vote no on Prop 50 come November 4th. We just got to make sure we turn them out over the next couple of weeks.
Well, that's another thing that teased me off. You brought up Prop 36. Our governor won't even fund it but yet he'll go out and spend $250 million for this special election. I mean, the guy needs to be tarred and feathered. People need to be reminded of this.
$300 million is what we're looking at right now, with not only the original cost by the state, but also there was a misprint in all of the sample ballots with bad maps, and they had to update and send out a postcard on that, plus all of the county costs that are going to be included in this. They could have easily funded Prop 36, which, by the way, the voters voted for overwhelmingly. Voters didn't ask for this to be on the ballot. That's why they had to go through the legislature. They didn't go out there and get the required signatures from Californians around the state that were asking for this redistricting to be done. This was all done by politicians, and it's politicians that have never been in favor of the redistricting commission. They are politicians that have always wanted to draw their own lines and have the power, and are drawing congressional districts that they will be running for in the coming years.
All right. The as you say, the ballots are out there for the most part. I worry a little bit. I'm hearing from people who still haven't gotten their ballot yet. If you have not, contact your local, whatever county you live in, who's ever in charge of the elections. Get a hold of them. Get the ballot. Do what you have to do to vote in this one. This is what I'm saying. Make the effort. Sometimes on these single issue deals, it just kind of floats by, and you let it go. But not
and
this
the
one.
The consequences of that are huge, Ray. If we do not fight this on November 4th, and we do not beat this back, not only do we lose half of our congressional delegation, we go from 9 to about 4 with one swing seat. We lose 5 additional seats that we would be playing in and have switched hands between Democrats and Republicans multiple times over the last decade.
Yeah.
But I promise you, there's never been a time when we've given power to Sacramento and they have willingly let it go. We will lose the Citizens Redistricting Commission. They will not only redraw the congressional seats, but they'll redraw those legislative seats, and then they'll start working on our counties and our local municipalities. They never willingly give up power, and we need to make sure we fight back.
Find that ballot this weekend, people. Vote, get it in the mail. Just take care of it now. Jessica Milan Patterson, thank you for joining us today, and we'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you banging the drum on this one.
Thanks. Stop50.org.
You got it. Thank you, dear.